when she's young, she says something like, Squirrel Flight is like, Hollyleaf, did you eat the last mouse? And she's like, got a mouthful of mouse, and she's like, no? And then the mouse just like, and it's back on the fresh kill pile. And that's when she starts to realize that if she says it, it comes true. I'm imagining her, she climbs up the tree at the gathering, and she looks out at everyone, but instead of telling them who her parents is, she, like, announces to the whole gathering, like, you all know the truth. And everybody, like, stops, and their eyes just kind of light up with that dawning realization as they all slowly turn to look at Leafpool, because suddenly everyone just knows. She runs back to the ThunderClan medicine den, just like she does in the book, and she gets in there and she finds the death berries, and then Leafpool comes back, but she comes back this time with Jayfeather and Lionblaze, and Hollyleaf is like, you know, she has her whole, you're going to eat these thing, and Leafpool is like, oh no, and so she immediately starts trying to eat them because she was just told she's going to, and that's now the truth, and Jayfeather and Lionblaze are like, no! And they, like, grab her, and they're trying to hold her down and stop her, and she's struggling, and they're both yelling at Hollyleaf to make her stop. Like, what are you doing? And Hollyleaf is like, what are you doing? She totally betrayed us. Why don't you want her dead? And they're like, because she's our mother, and we don't want to kill people for that. And she feels now, like, betrayed that they aren't supporting her in this, like, you know, this sporadic murder thing she wants. And she's like, fine, you don't eat them. And Leafpool, like, sags to the ground, like, relieved, like, oh my god. And Hollyleaf just books it away. She goes out to the side of the lake, like, maybe she's even dramatically standing in the same spot she killed Ashfur, and she's having, like, a panic attack, and she's breathing, and Jayfeather and Lionblaze are running after her. And, like, the antithesis to her whole character is not thinking things through, is speaking without planning first. And it's, like, so, like, you'll have the whole arc where she never does anything without thinking of every possible thing that could go wrong, but now she's making rash decisions, she's not thinking about what she's doing, and she makes one decision without speaking, and she says, thinking that it will mean she doesn't have powers anymore, she says, I am not the third cat. But instead of just removing her powers, it's just like, she doesn't exist anymore.